I'll tell you why Epiphone NOT Gibson is making the best Firebirds right now. We're checking out the Inspired by Gibson custom 1963 Firebirds from Epiphone. Hey everybody, it's John here from Play and Trade Guitars. And if you like new guitar reviews, demos, and informative buyer's guides, I'll urge you to hit subscribe. You can join me where I bring you the best reviews on YouTube. And when you hit subscribe, you can be in it to win it. I'm giving away this Gibson Les Paul Standard over my shoulder to one of you when we hit 100,000 subscribers. All right, let's dive in to why Epiphone is making the best Firebirds. I'm gonna break down the Firebird I and the Firebird V. These are in the Inspired by Gibson custom collections. I put them on the bench and pulled them apart, and then of course I plugged them in and played them. And I did all that so that I can give you my honest recommendation on which guitar to buy and why. Decide for yourself and drop a comment as we go, and if you are shopping for any new gear, click to buy new gear using my link. You'll find it pinned in the comments down below in the description, or if you're watching on a TV, just scan this QR code. You can shop on your smartphone. So here's the Firebird I in Cardinal Red. They did so many things spot on correct with this guitar, and I absolutely love it. The most important thing across the board here for the Epiphone Firebirds is that the construction is correct to what Ray Diedrich, the designer of the Firebird, intended in the 1960s when Gibson built them. And what I mean by that is that it is neck through construction. This is one piece of wood from head to tail here. What you have is a 9-ply laminate of walnut and mahogany, and that is a key characteristic to the sound of a Firebird. Everything about the Firebird, the pickup, the bridge, the nut, the tuners, are all bolted to the same piece of wood. This long cricket bat shaped piece of wood, which you can kind of envision when you see it, this bump out here. On either side of that is a set of mahogany wings, which are glued on, and that is a key defining characteristic of what makes a Firebird a Firebird. And then Epiphone went the extra mile now with rosewood fretboards, mother of pearl inlays. They did the reverse headstock, which I love, with the banjo tuners, so they really went all out on the details. This one was a comfortable weight at 8.5 pounds. We're 0.85 inches at the first, up to 1 inch even at the 12th, so it is a thicker neck profile. Coming down to the electronics, they have a Gibson USA Firebird pickup in the Firebird I. We're at 6'9" on that Gibson USA mini humbucker. I love the understated look of just the mother of pearl dots, unbound rosewood fretboard. And then in terms of the electronics, I pulled it apart. You got hand-wired CTS pots in there, and really just nicely executed from Epiphone. This is a poly finish. It has kind of a semi-gloss look to it. The Cardinal Red is fantastic. There's a few other colors. You can click my link or scan the QR code for current pricing and color availability, finish availability. But these are fantastic guitars. You'll hear it when I plug it in. Let's check out the Firebird V. Here is the mainstay Firebird V, and how awesome is this? This is the most accurate Firebird V that you can get, and it's why I'm telling you that Epiphone, not Gibson, is making the most correct and most exciting Firebird at the moment. So you have a bound rosewood fretboard with these beautiful mother of pearl trapezoid inlays, and you have 2 pickups on the Firebird V. That's the difference between the 1 and 5. You have the 3-way selector switch next to the Firebird emblem there, and you have 2 Gibson USA humbuckers. Neck sounds absolutely fantastic. While I love the simplicity of the 1 pickup Firebird I, to have both pickups, the neck sounds so good on this guitar that you probably are gonna wanna have it on the guitar. They went with a Maestro Vibrola. I would probably prefer a fixed bridge because of tuning stability. I'll tell you, you can barely look at a Maestro Vibrola without it going out of tune. So my recommendation is don't plan to use it much. Basically consider it there for looks. It is a cool kind of slight whammy feature. It's pretty firm grip, if you will. So it doesn't do much. You probably just want it there for looks. It does lend a little weight to the guitar. I'll tell you, this was on the heavier side at about 9.6 pounds versus 8.5 pounds on the Firebird I. But again, attention to detail, a key characteristic, it is neck through body construction with that 9-ply walnut and mahogany laminate. That is key. Gibson pickups, the whole deal, and hardshell cases for both of them. That's what's so impressive. So while they are more expensive for Epiphones, and we can turn and look at the alternatives from both Epiphone and Gibson right now, I think they've packed a ton of value into these. So let's take a look at what's available now. Other alternatives that you can look at. You can look at the very popular $699 Epiphone Firebird. This is a fantastic guitar. It's not gonna have Gibson pickups, but it does have the correct construction. It's gonna have a Laurel board. It's got these Probucker pickups, but overall, this is a screaming guitar and a great deal. It's $699, so it's $1,000 less than the new reissue. It's screaming too, so if you wanna save some money, I will recommend this guitar. You can watch my demo on this one as well. There's also an exclusive finish, and you can see this red is like a metallic finish, ruby red they call it, super cool, essentially the same guitar otherwise. On the higher end, as we skip through now, $12.99 for the Firebird I, $16.99 for the 5. Gibson is currently making a Firebird Platypus at $24.99. This is a great sounding guitar, but I will tell you that the only thing that bugs me is that the construction of this guitar is not correct. While there is a bump out, that is for looks only. This is a set neck guitar, making it different than a traditional Firebird. So if you're looking for traditional Firebird accuracy, the reissues from Epiphone are actually the better way to go. And I'll remind you, if you are in the market for any of this gear, click to buy new gear. You can shop for new gear, support Play and Trade Guitars, support me as I make these videos, and you're gonna get yourself fast free shipping and easy payment plans. Those payment plans makes it super easy to buy new gear. And while we're at it, hit subscribe so you're in it to win it with this Gibson Les Paul giveaway. And when you hit subscribe, you won't miss a single new guitar and gear review on Play and Trade Guitars. Thanks for joining the community. I'll see you on the other side for my honest, raw reaction to playing both. Oh my goodness, what did you think? Both of these guitars were screaming. I love the dressed down simplicity of the Firebird 1. It's almost like a Les Paul Jr. It's just got that wraparound tailpiece, no frills, one single pickup that just absolutely rips, as you can hear. Simple controls, and it felt fantastic. Remember that both of these have a beefier profile neck, and so if you like a chunkier neck, you'll really kind of dig in. A really interesting thing to notice, it worried me at first. There's actually two strap buttons. Let me show you something. It's kind of wild. So there's the strap button at the bottom, obviously, but then you actually have two choices here. You have a strap button to put the strap here. Don't put it here because the neck dive is insane. Where you want to put the strap is at the pin at the back. Then you will have no neck dive. Why they include both, I don't know. They give you the option. That was kind of a funny quirk I noticed. But beyond that, I'll tell you that the Firebird V was noticeably heavier and the Maestro Vibrola was not all that useful if you ask me, although I did get some fun little trills out of it. But man, if you want simplicity, the Firebird 1 sounded and played fantastic, and I would definitely recommend it. However, sound-wise, I'm telling you that the neck pickup on this Firebird V sounds so good that I don't know if you're gonna own just one Firebird, if you're gonna wanna be without it. If you're just gonna own one Firebird, I'm gonna push you towards the Firebird V because it's got everything in one package. The only detractor is that Maestro Vibrola, in my opinion, which I wish they had gone with a fixed bridge. So what I would tell you to do is take that bar, flip it backwards, and don't ever plan on using it. That's my best advice to you. Otherwise, yeah, if you want to go real simple and you just want the screaming, ripping tone of a Firebird, which a Firebird does like no other guitar, making it a unique guitar for your collection, the Firebird 1 was not only lighter weight, but just simple. Wraparound tailpiece, one pickup, hard to argue with that. When I review a guitar, I base it on three categories: overall playability, overall sound, and overall value. I'll give them a score. And when it comes to the Firebird 1, overall playability, I like that thicker neck. Just keep in mind that it does have the thicker neck. The wraparound tailpiece didn't get in my way. I didn't have any real tuning issues. It was nice and lightweight. I'm gonna give this guitar a high score. I'll go ahead and give it a 9.1 on overall playability. Overall sound, I'm gonna give it a high 9.3. It just absolutely sung and it absolutely ripped. And it was a fantastic playing and sounding guitar. Overall value at $12.99, it's quite a bit less than the Firebird V. It comes with a hard shell case, Gibson electronics. I'm telling you, this is a winning combination, and this is also gonna get a high score of 9.1 on overall value. When it comes to the Firebird V and overall playability, this one will actually rate slightly below the Firebird 1 in terms of playability. Why? Because it's heavier and because it has the Maestro Vibrola. I'd go ahead and give this a playability score of 8.0 overall. But when it comes to sound, it trounces everything because it's got the combination of both the bridge and neck pickup. I'm gonna give this a high score of 9.4 on sound because it does everything that you expect a Firebird to do, and there's nothing like a Firebird. It truly is a different sounding guitar, and you can hear why players love it. If you're gonna own a one and done Firebird, sound-wise, it's this guitar for that reason. Playability, the weight, and the Maestro Vibrola are the major detractors. And then on value, because it is more expensive, it is basically the most expensive Epiphone there is out there for the most part, other than the American-made ones. We're gonna go ahead and give this a value score of 8.5 overall. If you're buying any of those guitars, click to buy new gear using my link. You help me make these videos and you get fast free shipping, easy payment plans. It makes it super easy, trust me. Thanks so much for watching this review. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. I'll talk to you there. I'll see you on the next demo from Play and Trade Guitars. Make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss any of the best reviews on YouTube when it comes to new guitars and guitar gear. I'm bringing you my honest feedback so that you find the right guitar for you. And I love covering these brand new guitars from all the major brands. All right, until next time, it's John. See you on the next video and keep playing.